Hello, students of the SSM lecture. Today we're going to be talking about sin. Okay? So, first off, what is sin? Well, sin is anything that damages our relationship with the Lord. So, I'm going to break down mortal and venial sin for you, and I'm not going to write mortal sin in green because obviously mortal sin's bad. So, I'm going to write it in black because it represents death, which is what mortal sin is. It's your eternal separation from God if you die in this state without having gone to confession about it. And then the venial sins, which are harmful but not as harmful as the mortal sins. So let's go over both of them. So, sorry guys, gotta clear my throat. Mortal sin. Here's some examples of it. Rape. Okay. Shouldn't have said that on YouTube. MURDER. Can't say that on YouTube again. And let's see, what else here? I'll have to think for a second. Oh, yeah. Sex before marriage. And I'm writing this in all caps because some of y'all really struggle with this sin, okay? Including myself. I've been a victim to this sin before, or more so done this sin a lot. So I really need it highlighted for me. So yeah, that's highlighted in red. No sex before marriage. It's a mortal sin. Alright, let's move on. Oh, let's see here. Oh, being an accomplice to another grave sin. That's what I'm saying here. So yeah, guys, if you aid another person in a sin, like in some of my previous videos, I've talked about how bros need to stick together even if the other bro is sinning. And so I've said to stick together, but that's a sin, so don't do that. And then being rude on the internet is also a mortal sin, so don't do that either. Stop sinning. Seriously, quit sinning. Okay, now time for the venial sins. First one, not praying enough. Okay, so this hurts your relationship with God, but it's not quite as serious, Oh, and I gotta add another one to the mortal sins. Leading another into sin. That's what I'm writing here. Guys, look, you're going to be responsible for their sin too if you lead other people into sin, which I've advocated for shamefully a lot of times. And again, I had to go to confession because holy frick, I was sinning a lot. Okay, another venial sin, not loving God fully. Alright. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick here, you gotta bear with me. Okay, another one, selfishness in marital intimacy. That's a good one because I've advocated again for women to do nasty things in the bedroom, which again, shameful. And I went to confession about that because holy fuck, I was very, very sinful. Very sinful. Alright, let's see here. Venial sin, yep, I've highlighted that in blue. Then mortal sin, I'm going to highlight in pink to show that that's really bad. Alright, let's see here. What else do I want to talk about? Well, let me get my ink color going. I love my ink colors, so here you go. Okay. Cool. So if you all need help not sinning, I'm going to give you some resources for that. The first one here is called No Sin Sunday. And I participated in this when I wasn't ready to stop sinning completely. I participated in No Sin Sunday, which basically means that you can't sin at all and you can't lead others into sin. And it's really, really, really fun. So I'm highlighting this here, No Sin Sunday. You can also do a No Sin Monday, a No Sin Tuesday, a No Sin Wednesday, a No Sin Thursday, etc., etc., etc. But No Sin Sunday is fitting because it just sounds better, and also Sunday is the Lord's Day, so it only makes sense that that I wouldn't sin or we wouldn't sin to offend Him on the Lord's Day. So the conditions for No Sin Sunday are that you cannot encourage others to sin, no sinning yourself, and then also, let's see here, no masturbation or pornography. One way we can interpret sin is to say it literally means, quote, to miss the mark, right? So it means that we miss the mark of goodness and we instead chose evil. Another way we could interpret sin is it can also mean just without. You know, you're without God, specifically. No near occasion of sin. So that means that you can't engage in situations, you know, and this is a part of No Sin Sunday, can't engage in situations that you know might lead you into sin. So this is the essence of No Sin Sunday, also the essence of just not sinning in general. You know, our goal of No Sin Sunday is to, you know, build up to not sinning, and you know, I need to do a better job at this because yeah, letting go of my sin. The SSM parody channel really has encouraged me to let go of my sin, but it's tough, you know. So anyway, so what are some of the consequences of sin? Well, why shouldn't we sin? First off, eternal damnation. In our Lord's Prayer, it says, "Command that we be delivered from eternal damnation, and counted among the flock of those you have chosen. Per Christum Domini Nostrum. Amen." Okay. Probably the most important one, honestly, is it leads to divorce. When there's a divorce, there's always, without fail, sin going on. So, if you want to have a happy marriage, a successful marriage, then you need to learn how to not sin. And one of the great ways to do that is to participate in No Sin Sunday if you're having a hard time not sinning. But, you know, guys, I'm a sinner, you're a sinner, yes, some parody channel's a sinner. We're all sinners, and so we should try our best to not sin. So that way we can be better people. You know, live our lives better, not be hedonistic like I am, you know. Another reason you should avoid it, it's just divorce, okay? So, anyway, I'm going to close this lecture out here with stop sinning, because we all need to stop our fucking sinning right now, right this moment.